Pagi kepada semua. Pagi ini saya bersama ahli-ahli parlimen dari Ipoh Barat, dari Puchong, dari Sepang dan dari Kluang dalam sidang media ini untuk menyentuh komen dan respons daripada YB Azalina merangkap menteri dalam Jabatan Perdana Menteri berhubung dengan hukuman gantung sampai mati. Saya akan bacakan kenyataan media kami. Kenyataan media ahli-ahli parlimen Parti Tindakan Demokratik dan Amanah pada hari Khamis 3 November 2016 di Parlimen Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. Setelah begitu lama berdolak dalih, akhirnya kerajaan mula menunjukkan komitmennya untuk menggubal undang-undang agar hakim diberi budi bicara untuk menjatuhkan hukuman mati dan menyegerakan pelaksanaan moratorium. Dalam ucapan dasar Belanjawan 2017, isu pemansuhan hukuman mati mandatori serta pelaksanaan satu moratorium sehingga kajian penjatuhan hukuman mati di negara ini telah pun dibangkitkan 2 hari lepas oleh beberapa ahli parlimen dari Ipoh Barat, Puchong, Kluang dan Batu Kawan di Dewan Rakyat. Menurut jawapan yang telah diberikan oleh ahli parlimen pengerang, Datuk Azalina merangkap menteri di Jabatan Perdana Menteri, kerajaan sedang menjalankan suatu kajian komprehensif berkenaan dengan isu hukuman mati termasuk mengambil kira cadangan supaya hakim diberi budi bicara untuk menjatuhkan hukuman mati serta satu pendekatan untuk melaksanakan moratorium di atas semua pesalah. Skop kajian tidak hanya tertumpu pada pemansuhan hukuman mati mandatori tetapi juga hukuman mati pilihan iaitu sama ada hukuman mati atau penjara seumur hidup. Pada 17 Ogos 2016 yang lalu, satu memorandum Jemaah Menteri berhubung status kajian pemansuhan hukuman mati tersebut telah dibawa ke Jemaah Menteri dan diputuskan untuk Jabatan Peguam Negara untuk membuat kajian lebih lanjut berhubung dengan perkara ini. Justru itu, setelah kajian tersebut selesai, ianya akan dibawa semula ke mesyuarat Jemaah Menteri untuk pertimbangan selanjutnya. Ini merupakan satu perkembangan yang positif memandangkan setelah sebegitu lama melalui tekanan oleh wakil rakyat, badan bukan kerajaan serta masyarakat umum. Kerajaan kini sudah mula memberikan sedikit sebanyak perhatian terhadap isu hukuman gantung mati ini serta pendekatan masa depan untuk penggubalan undang-undang yang baru. Sementara menunggu kajian dijalankan oleh Jabatan Peguam Negara, kami menggesa Kerajaan Persekutuan untuk menangguhkan semua hukuman gantung dijatuhkan, memandangkan tiada peruntukan undang-undang yang memberikan tempoh masa dari tarikh hukuman dijatuhkan di mahkamah sehingga tarikh untuk melaksanakan hukuman mati itu. Terutama sekali bagi kes-kes terhadap pesalah muda atau keldai dada di bawah Seksyen 39B Akta Dada Berbahaya 1952. Menurut Menteri di Jabatan Perdana Menteri itu, cadangan untuk moratorium itu akan dibawa ke mesyuarat Jemaah Menteri dengan kadar segera. Kerana satu kerajaan yang berdaulat tidak seharusnya terus menghukum rakyatnya apabila pesalah sedang menanti penggubalan undang-undang yang baru. Tahun ini merupakan tahun terakhir negara Malaysia berkongsi pentas sebagai ahli tidak tetap dalam Majlis Keselamatan PBB. Seterusnya, negara Malaysia berhasrat untuk menjadi ahli dalam Majlis Hak Asasi Manusia PBB selepas tempoh keahlian luput akhir tahun ini dan latihan baru dibuat. Seharusnya platform ini digunakan sebaik mungkin untuk pindaan ini supaya negara Malaysia dapat membuktikan kesungguhan mereka untuk memperbaiki pencabulan hak asasi manusia di negara ini serta menambah baik reputasi negara ini sebagai pendukung hak asasi manusia. Setelah begitu lama berdolak dalih, akhirnya kerajaan mula menunjukkan komitmennya untuk menggubal undang-undang agar hakim diberi budi bicara untuk menjatuhkan hukuman mati.
Can I say something? Yeah. Okay, I think if I can just say this, we welcome the decision by Datuk Seri Azalina as conveyed to the Dewan yesterday to the fact that the government is prepared to consider giving a discretion to judges in cases involving the mandatory death penalty. Datuk Azalina has also said that she personally understands the pressing nature of the need to act quickly on part of the cabinet, and we also welcome that. But I think the concern that we have as members of parliament is, in the meanwhile, during this time when the cabinet decides on whether or not to give a discretion back to the courts, will the government continue with executions? Now, it is our view that if the government proposes to bring in a law which allows judges to review sentences already meted out. So in other words, for cases in which death penalties have already been passed, if the new law is going to be one which allows those sentences to be re-evaluated, then of course executing them now would make that kind of a law nugatory, because what in essence they're going to do is they're going to actually introduce a new law which allows a judge to reconsider whether or not they should be sentenced to death. So it is our view that in the circumstances, the government should actually order an immediate halt, which is a moratorium, on all executions. Life is irreplaceable. If you have taken somebody's life, it is impossible to give it back. So there is no room for error or mistake in cases like this. If there is a chance that the government may introduce a law which will allow courts to review sentences, then I think the right thing to do would be for all executions to be stayed until that decision is made. Now we understand that this process will take time, but I think the government must also understand that this is a case which involves lives. And as such, in as much as they have time constraints, there is also this concern that we have in respect of the sentences being executed now. All right. So in the day one yesterday, I raised this, and I think Dato' Azalina agreed. She says yes, she understands what it is we are saying, and she's going to take it back to the cabinet. We are thankful for that. We are grateful. We are happy to see that this move that was started somewhere in 2008, I think, or 2007, I think, earlier before Dato' Nazri, has now developed into something positive. But what we need to see is a positive indication, an announcement from the government that all executions will be stayed until a decision is finally made. Okay?
So can I just
Please.
can I just add? The moratorium must be implemented immediately. There shouldn't be any delay, because once a life is lost, that's gone forever. There are many cases where after a person has been hung, evidence has come about to show that that person is innocent, and you cannot bring that person alive. Now, many MPs are also suffering because when the hanging is going to take place, many of the families reach us in the night, in the morning. They come to office, and then we make representations to the government. We make representations to the necessary department. Sometimes they're allowed, sometimes they're not allowed, and this causes a lot of stress. What we want is in a permanent nature until the cabinet can make a decision, at least until that period. That's number one. Number two, other countries have shown, like in the case of Canada, where they abolished death penalty 27 years ago, murder cases has dropped by 40%. Many other countries of that nature. You don't go very far, you can Google here in Malaysia itself, this death penalty project, DPP, done a few years ago. It shows clearly also a very detailed study was done, and that is where the push came about in this country, that the death penalty must be abolished and the discretion must be given to judges. Before I finish, about 5 months ago we had the parliamentary roundtable discussion. For the first time in this country, the former IGP, Tun Hanif Omar, came and said two things which were very startling. Number one, in 1990, the law then was, there was no mandatory death penalty. The then Prime Minister and the Law Minister decided overnight to bring about the mandatory death penalty, because there were many people who were charged under the 39B and they were only sentenced for life. That's one. Number two, Tun Hanif Omar himself went to the United Nations to campaign, was sent by the government to campaign asking that death penalty be imposed in all around the world, to be adopted by the United Nations. It was not agreed. But he has now come back after 40 years and say death penalty should be abolished. So I hope the government will listen before it's too late. Many innocent lives will be lost. Please bring a moratorium to this matter and bring a final to this matter. Thank you.
Perhaps perhaps I'd just like to add one particular case of this young Malay boy by the name of Sharul Izani. He was arrested for drug possession, and the amount that was in the motorbike that doesn't belong to him was over the limit, and therefore it was deemed that he was trafficking drugs. So he was charged under 39B. He was arrested when he was 19 years old. He just celebrated his 32nd birthday in prison, and he is still waiting to be executed. And in Malaysia, there is no time period as to when a person is going to be executed. It can be tomorrow, because Friday is always the favorite day for execution in Malaysia. It can be next Friday, it can be next month. So in cases like that where he still maintains his innocence, what happens if he's executed tomorrow? What happens if he's executed next week? And who decides who's going to be executed and for which crime? So it's Russian roulette all over again in prisons. It's very scary, because it could be your brother, it could be your sister, it could be your son or daughter tomorrow. So we ask and we urge the government, it's high time that this moratorium be imposed with urgency. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, another issue now.
Somebody's coming.
Sim.